Alright guys, this is a follow-up video on a trigger removal for pretty much any hitachi nailer. I'm gonna do it to remove the pins, remove the trigger, and remove the part around this. There's already one already I did on how to remove just that, but I decided to do the entire part. So let's get started. Alright, to remove those pins, you're going to want to use something like a punch. I'm using a concrete bit, 7 64ths. Not sure you can see that, but 7 64ths. And what you want to do is find the side that actually has a small entrance or a small driven part already into the gun. As you can tell, it's already coming out. Let's use a little bit support here. When doing this, you want to make sure you don't hammer your fingers. And there it is, the pin. So your trigger. This model, or basically this one, does not have a spring on it. Pretty old, pretty used. You want to go ahead and what you can do is slightly pop that part out. Exactly what it should be. Do not remove this any further. This is how you're gonna want it. You may just clean it, just water, warm water. Do not recommend gasoline or any type of cleaner. Not good. Prevents air pressure on your housing, and of the air of the trigger. So just clean it warm water if you want, but do not disassemble any further. Put that away. Now you can also take that part out, see? And again, this is part of the trigger. And also do not take that O-ring out of that little O-ring there. Do not take it off. Again, you can clean this little warm water rag, but again, just put this away. Now this is the part that pretty much has everybody, because like I said, there's no video out there on how to remove that. Sorry about that, guys. Little lag on the video. Anyways, where were we? Okay, so once we removed the rubber metal trigger along with the actual trigger, you want to take something like a screwdriver, flat. You want it as wide as possible, and you want to put it in the groove. If you can see right there, right here along these grooves, one or the other, don't matter. And you want to be careful not to hit it too hard and damage your groove. So you just want to go and until it comes off, and then you'll see starts coming off, as you can see. There you go. So anyways, so yeah, there it is. Alright, anyways, sorry about that again. Anyways, once you have this piece, you can disassemble it a little bit more if you like to clean it up, since a lot of dust and oil may get in here. So you want to carefully get your O-ring out. Be very careful not to break it. See, I'm trying not to pry it too much, but here, just very carefully. All you need is a little bit once it's actually out. If you hold it like this and rotate it, you'll see it'll come out little by little until you can get it yourself with your fingers, and it's out. That's it. There you go. And you're able to take this part out and clean it, and then clean this part. I already cleaned it, since that's why the video lagged. I cleaned it first, but and mashed up a little bit of the area there. Not sure you can see it, but from previous attempts on removing it. And again, when you want to remove this part from the trigger housing, it's in there, screwed in there. You want to be very careful when you use your punch or flat screwdriver or whatever you may use to punch it counterclockwise. Remember, counterclockwise. Sorry again, guys. Anyways, so yeah, you want to take your screwdriver, drive it here, in any, however it's positioned on your gun. You want to jam it slightly in there, not literally jam it, but just put it in position and then bump it slightly until it turns, and you're able to by hand unscrew it. Do not damage your groove by punching it so hard that it goes and peels the metal. This is not very good quality metal, so be careful there. That's the only advice when doing this. But anyways, yeah. Now, as you can see, we are able to actually even remove. Just very carefully pull it out, because there's O-rings in there as well. And you're able to see the damage. All that. I mean, this is all dirt and grime from your compressors. Half of the problems people have is because they don't bleed out their compressors, and all the residue from the compressor is left behind to go through the hose, through the gun housing, up to the trigger, and there you have it. All that crap and grime that goes along with not bleeding your compressor. So anyways, and see, you can also remove one small part similar to the other one earlier, which goes here in the front. So you were able to clean this part. I'm only really cleaning with a rag. It already has it's a damp with water, so no big deal. Again, I do not recommend using gasoline or any abrasive cleaners, for it will wear out your O-rings. So do not use gasoline or abrasive cleaners. It will wear out your O-ring. People may say it doesn't, but you don't want to take a risk, because you don't want to be doing this every week, changing O-rings. They're not cheap. So better safe than sorry. So anyways, you can just clean it up. You want to clean it up, you know, it's not an option. You can see how bad that black spot is. I mean, to the part where you might have to scrape it off. I mean, like I said, you want to do this because you do not want that grime getting into your inside housing of the piston. If it gets in here, you may damage it. So clean that up real good. And also it just helps to maintain proper use of your gun. So as of right now, we'll leave it like this. I'll finish cleaning it a little bit. But anyways, that's the whole thing. You see, there's a small spring. Probably can't see it, but there's a small spring in there. As you can tell, it's stuck due to all that grime and, you know, dust from your compressor not being bled. But let's see if I can angle this a little better for you guys. See that? Look at that. That's all from not bleeding your compressor. And I mean, just look at that. That's just ridiculous. But I know that's usually normal wear, but come on guys, you can you don't take that long to pass a quick brush and get that out, because if you don't take the time, then you end up having these problems. So anyways, hope you liked the video. Again, this was a removal of the entire trigger system. And any comments, feel free to you know, leave suggestions as well.